I have been a letter writing girly today here at my writing desk. It's so cute. Hey y'all, hey, it's Patty with Giddy Things. Ooh, something floating over there. Oh, it's a fruit fly. Get out of my face, please. Thank you. You can probably tell that I've had a scrubby shower. Since I ended up exercising yesterday, I don't know if you can tell it was scrubby, but obviously I washed my hair and whatever. I have it up to dry the roots. Since I exercised yesterday pretty significantly by the time I ended up rearranging the craft area and the makeup desk area and stuff like that, I decided today was the day that I would take a rest from it. So I did, even though I got a fair number of reps with my pen, exercising my writing arm. Yeah. And I made stuff. I'm trying to think of everything I made. I'm not showing it yet just because I keep forgetting. Sorry. I need to show more of the stuff because it really is some cute stuff. And I told myself I was going to take pictures of everything and have like a chronicle of my, I haven't done that. But I did have a scrubby shower, like I told you. I did my skincare. I did all that kind of stuff. And I feel really good about that. The Zepbound side effects have been less daunting this weekend. Yesterday, daunt may or may not have been the Wordle word. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was yesterday because sometimes we get the, and that can't spoil it for anybody, right? Oh, unless you're like catching up. But you really can't do that unless you print them out. Anyway, I don't know that that's a problem, but yeah, it was daunt because sometimes we ask the handy helper to give us, I'm looking in for the word up here, to give, I'm tired, y'all, from all that letter writing, but in a good way, to give us a word to start with. And he gave us salad, and it was so helpful because I think we got the A in the correct place, and then we got the D with that. And so we were able to figure out, I guess daunt came pretty quickly after that. If you do Wordle as a word puzzle, you always have this opportunity to kind of look at what's left. And so sometimes, and if you do Wordle, you know that if you go look at what the bot says, the bot will tell you how much skill it thinks you had, how much luck it thinks you had, and how you did compared to it, and the number of turns it took or tries it took. But that stuff is kind of exists in a vacuum because sometimes there's more skill involved than I think the bot picks up on. I'm not saying we're always real skillful, but if you've done Wordle and you felt like that before, feel seen. You are so seen. You really are. So let me think about what I did. I made a little matchbook folder for one of my pen pals where I made it like I took a piece of this paper. This was my trial and error with the matchbook paper, or the matchbook folder. I took this paper and I ended up, it's cardstock, and I used my burnisher, this paper tool. And I have another one. I don't know if this one has another name or not. If you know, you can tell me, or maybe I'll look it up at some point, but I don't really know that that's going to happen anytime soon, so go for it. I can't find it because I don't have my glasses on, y'all. Anyway, it's shaped another way, but it's made out of the plastic like this, and I used it to fold up some cardstock a little bit higher, probably up to here. Then I wrapped some washi tape around it to make a little folder, and then the person can reuse the washi tape too. Because if you've ever used washi tape, W-A-S-H-I tape, you know that it's a low tack tape, and so you can take it off and put it back on things. And that's one of the reasons I like it so much to craft with. Not that I craft that much, or not that I'm relatively new to crafting. I'm talking like, that's why I like to craft it so much. Oh yeah, by the way, this is welcome to day 139 of our 5-minute exercise encouragement. How are you? Okay, sorry, I forgot about that. I'm doing well, thank you. So I did forget. So I put that up, put the washi tape around this when I made it into, and then made it into a little like matchbook where I folded. I did. I folded this down, right? And then I could tuck little things in here and make it a little folder. And I decorated the front of it and, closed it up with, I think, some additional washi tape, and it looked really cute. I liked it. I also used these new stickers that I've gotten, these vintage stickers. Here's an example of one. It's a little ticket. I love this kind of ephemera for that. I knew what ephemera meant. I just didn't know what it meant in conjunction with pen paling so much until I got into this new hobby. But yeah, that's a little sticker that looks like a vintage ticket. And then what else do I have down here? This one's cute. This is like a botanical, for a botanical theme, or just a lot of times I just put whatever I think looks pretty together. This is like a torn paper looking one, and these are really neat because they're super, they're almost like washi tape. Look, y'all, cute. One more. Let me, whichever one I pick up, like a little barcode kind of deal. So yeah, these are neat, and they come, I said one more, and now I'm going to do another one. Let's see. Let me see which one I want to show y'all, if it's going to be the last one for today. You know, I'm probably going to bring them up again, right? Which one is this? Oh, that's a pretty flower. They have flowers and stuff. Oh, let me see if this is the one I thought it was. Yeah, this is a little suitcase. See if that's focusing well. I don't know if it is or not, but a suitcase with a little camera on top of it. So they're very sweet. So I got those. I got some really cool washi tapes. Let me show you. And this stuff, it's a pretty low cost. It could be a really expensive hobby, but it's pretty low cost the way that I do it because I order things. I mean, it's not any rocket science. I order stuff that doesn't cost very much, right? Because, I mean, it's the thought, and it's also just how it looks. If it looks pretty, then people are going to look at it and enjoy it, especially like I used a letter today to embellish. Well, one of the letters, I wrote her name out in sticker letters, and then another one, I used her first initial and then wrote kind of in a stylized way. I don't know how good it looked after that. Because I'm holding the phone, I'm giving myself quite a little dealy-do here. Let me get this. Oh, sorry, y'all. Oh, I had a C-section. I didn't even have to push when I had a baby. Okay, here's like an example of that. So just really cute little ephemera, right? Little washi tape that looks like that. And I already had some washi tapes from a while back. For example, this one's really pretty to use too. This kind of looks like a film reel a little bit, but it also gives a little bit of the gingham vibe, just a little bit. I don't know if that really is a gingham vibe, but this one says notes and stuff. I haven't really used that one in a while. And look, this is blue flowers, got kind of a Wedgwoody sort of looking ness to it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun to embark on that. And of course, in no time at all, I have racked up, I think, 10 or 11 pen pals, which is wonderful. I thought it was going to be harder to find folks, and it really wasn't. People around my age, ladies. So far, Finland, Germany. I haven't heard back. Ooh, y'all. A little ponytail. It's coming down. I haven't really had time to hear back from the ones overseas, but you know, I sent one off to Finland, and then yesterday I sent one to Germany, and then tomorrow, maybe the next day, I'll send one to England, and then today I've got Kentucky and South Carolina, and Kentucky, South Carolina, and back Indiana, I think, with my original pen pal, my first pen pal that I have during this venture. So yeah, been a lot of fun, and I keep them in this cute, do y'all like strawberry decor? I do. I keep them in this cute strawberry notebook. I guess the exercise today, really, other than just the letter writing, was exercising my mind about some things I like to do in the bedroom. One of the things I definitely want to have up here is a pitcher and basin. Wouldn't that be neat and refreshing, like if I just wanted to splash my face or whatever? And so I thought about doing that up here to go with the kind of cottagecore vintage retro vibe or theme in here. I'm looking it over where I might put, but I don't think I'm going to put it over there. I think it'll be someplace else. Maybe I'll move my diamond painting stuff to a new location. I love it, and I need to make sure I'm putting it in a place that's easy to get to, but I don't know that I need it as close to the bed as it is. So I might put that over there. I might leave that there and put it somewhere else. Might put it in front of the other window. Who knows? But the bottom line is I want to find an inexpensive pitcher and basin, used one at a thrift shop or something like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I'll pop something up on the screen. Actually, I'm going to pop up on the screen the one that I was looking at, and I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like $90. Even though I had a 10% thing off that's still $9 off of it, so it's still going to be really expensive. And I could pick something like that up for probably $15 or $20 at a thrift store, but I'll pop that one up just so everybody knows what I'm talking about, because there's some people who may be too young to even know what I'm talking about. And then, I'm too young to remember people using them on the regs. My grandma had one. To like freshen up, wash her face, splash her face, living in Louisiana, especially further south Louisiana where they lived, where that was super important. But I'm sure most of my family had them at one time. And when people were first living in this house in 1929 and 1930, they probably had them too, because it's a farmhouse. Sorry, I had to scritch my hand. Sorry, it's wobbly. In a rural community, in an agricultural community. So I'm going to put one in here, I think. But for the actual stand for it, I'll have a rug under it, maybe a little rag rug, like Little House on the Prairie. But for the stand, I've asked the disembodied voice to make me a stand, because I knew he wouldn't want me to buy something like that when he could make me a really nice one with wood that he already has. So he's agreed to do that. I figured he might consider that a little bit of a fun challenge, and he did. I'm so blessed in so many ways. So that's what I've been up to. I can't believe I've been nattering on for like almost 11 minutes now. It's just so much fun talking to y'all, and I love you so much. I hope you know how loved you are. I hope that you will check with your doctor before you decide to embark on an exercise adventure. Tomorrow I intend to pedal some more and do some upper body exercise. Let me know what you're up to. Hope you're doing something to make yourself feel so special. Now, say you're loved. Yeah, you're really loved. And I love you so much. And I hope you will go with me as usual in peace and love to serve others. Please do pray for the world with a special whispered prayer for Ukraine.